folks, coming up on Roland Martin Unfiltered for Monday, November 26, 2018. Tomorrow is the big day in Mississippi where voters go to the polls to choose between Mike Espy as well as Confederate lover Senator Cindy Hyde Smith. She's losing more money, this time from Major League Baseball. We'll break down exactly the state of the race and talk to the campaign manager for Mike Espy right here on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Also, a good man with a gun killed by police in an Alabama mall, but guess what? He's black and a veteran. Had a permit for the gun, yet he is still dead. His family is demanding answers. We'll give you the latest in that particular case. Also, in Milwaukee, body cam footage just released shows officers shooting a black man with his hands out and kneeling down. The DA said the shooting was justified. What the hell video was he watching? Also, Utah Congresswoman Mia Love, she lost her re-election bid and in her concession speech today blasted Donald Trump and said the GOP, they have no relationship with minorities. Oh, we didn't know that, Mia. I'll show y'all some of that. Also, this weekend on social media, all kind of folks were upset over a preacher in Mississippi who reached his pulpit by flying through the sanctuary. We got the video, and he will join us right here to explain what he was doing and why he was doing it. Also, Gregory Hines, Marvin Gaye, and Kwanzaa all get new forever stamps from the post office. And two more white folks, a white woman in Maryland and a white dude in Florida, lost their job because they dumb as hell. We'll explain it all to you. It's time to bring the funk on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Let's go.
He's got it. Whatever the miss, he's on it. Whatever it is, he's got the scoop, the fact, the find. And when it breaks, he's right on time and it's rolling. Best believe he's knowing. Putting it down from sports to news to politics. With entertainment just for kicks, he's rolling. It's on go, roll, y'all. It's Roland Martin, rolling with Roland now. He's funk, he's fresh, he's real, the best, you know he's Roland Martin now. Martin.
All right, y'all. Big day tomorrow in Mississippi as voters go to the polls for the runoff between Republican Senator Cindy Hyde Smith and her challenger, Secretary of Agriculture, the former Secretary, Mike Espy. It has been, of course, a long slog since November 6th when the two were the top two vote getters in Mississippi. They are trying to, of course, fill the vacant seat from Thad Cochran. He retired due to health reasons, and the governor appointed Cindy Hyde Smith to the position. But, man, she's had a difficult time. Right now, she's at a campaign rally with the Orange One in Mississippi. Guys, you can take some of that live if you want to. And so, again, Trump right now is speaking. You know, no idea what he's talking about, but who cares? Y'all can come back to me. But the bottom line is, of course, he's down there lying as usual. So what is happening, folks, is this here. If Espy is able to win, he becomes the first African-American since Reconstruction to represent Mississippi in the United States Senate. But you have Cindy Hyde Smith, of course, in a very conservative state. She's appealing to as many rabid Confederates as possible. And so this is a woman who has made a comment talking about she would more than welcome to be sitting on the front row at a public hanging along with a guy who endorsed her for the position. She also posed with a Confederate hat and a musket saying, quote, Mississippi history at its best. Yeah, not for black people. She also joked about voter suppression at liberal colleges. This is also the same woman who went to a segregation academy as a child and sent her own daughter to the nearly all-white private school. And those schools, of course, were created so white folks would not have to send their kids to public schools with black people. She also sponsored legislation to name a section of the highway after Jefferson Davis, of course, the greatest traitor in American history, the guy who was the president of the Confederacy and somebody who Mississippi is just really loves. She also pushed a resolution praising Confederate soldiers' effort to, quote, defend his homeland. Really. And she was a Democrat until the first black president came along, and she quickly said, oh, no, I'm now a Republican. And so here's the deal, folks. She also refuses to answer questions about this.
Thank you, guys.
Senator, can I ask you, why not speak to us about the issue of race here? It's an issue on voters' minds. Why not speak about the issue of race?
People are really interested in the issues
And there's a lot of people that we've talked to across this state that are concerned about your remarks and what you were apologizing for. Senator, why not speak to this issue? Your comments offended a great number of people, Senator. No, you haven't. I'm wondering, though, what is it that you were apologizing for?
Senator, how does Mississippi move forward from these Brookhaven Academy and Central Public Schools?
Senator, you stood inside of Jefferson Davis's house, and you said that this is Mississippi history at its best. Senator, what did you mean by that? Standing inside of Jefferson Davis's house and saying that Mississippi has... Senator, this is a third of your electorate is African American. But Senator, you're running to be the U.S. Senator of the United States.
So here's the deal, of course. Cindy Hyde-Smith, she's been running from the media for the past several weeks. Republicans are so worried they have sent 100 paid Republican staffers on the ground to help her out. She has not done any media since then. Even last week's debate, she ran out of the debate when it was over. She sent the other U.S. Senator from Mississippi to answer media questions because she said her husband was at a prayer event and she really, really needed to go see him. Okay, this is a woman, y'all, who is the current United States Senator who refuses to answer any